You coming? What's up guys, Chris here from Vo-Gus Prospecting. If you're new to the channel, a big warm welcome. And if you're an old moldy hat like this one, welcome back. I'm working bedrock that was hydro-sluiced 125 years ago. They used water cannons to blast the gravel away and channel it through ground sluices. The bedrock, however, was never fully cleaned. Because they were using water cannons, any crevices, nooks, crannies or dips in the bedrock would accumulate some gold. I found one of these nooks and crannies and there's gold. That's easy gold. That is so easy. Every single pan is this or better. Straight off the bedrock with hardly any digging. I'm out using the small Batea pan, so I just got sent this by Aussie Gold. I'll leave a link to where you can get this in Australia. This pan is about 30% smaller than the other one. It's much more manageable, so if you have back problems or shoulder problems, this is probably the pan I would go for. Now this is the bedrock. So this was what was left after they finished hydro sluicing, and all I've done is come along, found a bit sticking up above the surface of the grass, and I've just gone down and I've started taking out dirt around it. Now the old boy's got most of the gold and they've got most of the river gravel and everything else off it, but there is still plenty of that beautiful yellow shiny rock that we like to get left in this dirt. And wait till you see the picker I pulled out before I started this video. That's what cued me going, I should probably make a film about this. Look, a wild grizzly. At this stage, I'm not sure if any flood gold has accumulated in this because it's on the floodplain, this bedrock. So you've got to wash your roots, kind of like a Pantene Pro V shampoo ad. Great thing is, there's absolutely none, zero black sand in this and hardly any rock. So once you actually get the mud and the clay work down, that's pretty good. Right, come down here and have a look. I just burnt this pan this morning, so we've actually got contrast, which is super nice. Ooh, there we go. How easy is that? No black sands. Oh, look at the gold. Now most of that dirt was just the grass on top, so we didn't get quite as many specks. I'm not going to argue. They're nice pieces. They're not dots. They're actual bits of gold. This is super fun. This is super fun. Every pan's got good gold in it. This is unreal. This is unreal. It's just sitting on the ground. It's just sitting on the ground. Grizzly, this could not get any better. And this, is that your special stick? This is the first pan I got any kind of associated heavies at all. So we finally got a little bit of black sand. And that was out of the grass at the top. So this is a mixture, I think, of old gold and new flood gold. So that was the grass. What's on the bedrock? I wish I had crevicing tools with me today. I've got a metal detecting scoop and a pick. Well, it's not a full pan, but it's the same patch of ground. So this is all the dirt from underneath that grass. I haven't even reduced anything yet. I've just removed the large pieces of bedrock. And that's all the dirt we're left with. That's a nice flake. Got one nice flake in there. That's a nice little flake of gold. It's got some friends too. Remember, that's from a 1/4 cup's worth of dirt. Just expanding this little section of bedrock here, and I think I know why I found some associated minerals. Right here is a little quartz vein. You can hear it, it's really crunchy. Now, no one get excited, it's not reef. The gold we're getting in our pan is far too water-worn for that. But this will be shedding minerals, and that's why we're getting those little bits of black sand in our pan now. You know what? The pan that I just took, even though it's got water-worn bits in it, that bigger chunk there is actually quite rough. So maybe I should take a sample. Maybe I should. In order to take a really basic sample, I'm going to hammer as much of this quartz out as I can with my pick. And with a little bit of luck, we'll see some sharp gold. It'd be amazing if there was a little reef just here. Trying to follow it's the other thing. Ooh, I've got my eyes closed for this. Nope, the only thing I got was a tiny bit of steel from my pick. This spot's been really cool, and there's still plenty of gold here. And I mean, I have not worked that much. Really, with how fluffy the dirt is, I've maybe only worked about 5 pans worth total, even though I've probably done 10 pans. So as cool as this is, I want to see if there's anything else. Just here, I've got a really nice depression, and the bedrock is sloping off quite quickly. So we'll get the shovel in here and see if we can't find any hard ground. And it feels like bedrock down there. Yeah, I'd say that's bedrock. Wow, we'll take some of this gravelly bottom stuff, I reckon. Once again, like, as soon as you start breaking it up, that was a full pan, and it's probably going to go down to 1/3 of a pan, maybe less, 1/4 of a pan, by the time you get all the clay balls broken up. Nothing. Not a dot off the bedrock. So we tried, that was all off the bedrock. Let's try the grass. 0 specks in the grass, which is what you're going to get in hydrosluicing. It's going to 100% depend on what happened 120, 150 years ago. And that's not quite as predictable as a creek. I only got enough time for a couple more pans, and I thought I'd move over from where I was working to see if there's any gold that comes before it. And this bit of bedrock, ooh, flipped up. So this is where we're going to take the last couple from. Yeah, we got a little bit of gold, but it's fine. It's really fine. Not quite as chunky as the other stuff. You can see those pieces got much, much smaller. That was the last pan I have time for out here on the field. So I'm going to take you home and show you all the gold we got for just a few pans out of this old hydro pit. I also hope this has helped click something in your brain if you're near a hydro pit. You don't necessarily have to have bedrock either. All you need is clay, and clay will act as a false bottom that you can do this on as well. Just find where it's shedding from. Sample, 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 and you'll get it right home. Now that we're home, let's get that gold on the scales. This is the gold I found working that hydrous loose bedrock next to a Clash Guitars pick and an Australian 5-cent coin for some scale. And you know that little picker I told you I found? Here it is. Check that bad boy out. I'm going to guess 0.26. 0.32. 0.32 of a gram is worth about 27 Australian dollars at the time of recording, which is not too bad considering I was just cleaning up bedrock that the old boys had walked away from. And I hope this has opened your eyes to some of the areas that might be around you, whether it have bedrock or not. As long as you can find a clay layer, you can take your test pans and sample right across them, mark them down on a piece of paper so you can keep track, and eventually you will hit places just like I hit on this day. Unfortunately, this was the last time I was out filming with Grizzly. We both had such a fantastic day. The weather was beautiful, Grizzly had an amazing time on the creek, and I enjoyed myself thoroughly finding this gold. I'm so glad I got this on film. I just wish that it wasn't our last time. This whole day, this whole ordeal that we've gone through over the last week has brought up the idea of Grizzly Mail behind me. Grizzly Mail is a very simple concept. You can send stuff into the channel for me to either review, to give my opinion on back to you, or just as a gift if you wish to do that. But I also wanted to open up to people who might be dealing with similar things to what I deal with, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. I use writing as a tool to help me deal with some of the symptoms. It takes the thoughts that I have in my head that are often quite negative, puts them on paper, gives it a more tangible feel so I can then clear room in my head to make better choices. So I'm opening up the opportunity for you, if you feel like this is something you'd like to try, to send Grizzly directly a message. If you address a letter to Grizzly Moo, I will not open it. I will put it aside, and once a year I'm going to take those letters and burn them. I'm sure you guys will have a lot of questions about that. I will do my best to answer them in the comments section below if you have any. But for now, thank you so much for watching my video. We have come to the end of the show. I've got a sneak preview of the next episode coming up right after this, so stick around for that. Please like that smash button, give this video a share if that is something you're into. Liking, disliking also helps the channel grow bigger and better for you. Give your dog a scratch behind the old ear for me, or if you have a guinea pig, he'll also want a scratch. And until next time, peace! And I'm out. Grizzly, look majestic.